This is another homemade question. I just want to verify that the methods to solve for x do work here. Now, okay, here I both squaring both sides, right? This is sine x plus cosine x squared, which is equal to -1, right? The left-hand side is sine square x plus cosine square x plus 2 sine x cosine x is equal to -1. So which means that uh, sine 2x is equal to -2, right? This is 1. So minus 2. Okay, good. Now from which we can find the cosine 2x, which is equal to plus or minus square root to 1 minus sine 2x squared, which is 4. Okay, so this is minus plus or minus root 3 I. Good. Then e to the I to x is equal to cosine 2x plus I sine 2x. So that will be equal to plus or minus root 3 I and minus 2I. Right? Yes. So this is equal to I plus 3 minus 2. Okay, very good. Then I can find I to x is equal to log I plus or minus 3. Now here, when we take negative, we're proving that for log is not defined. And even positive root 3 minus 3 is also not defined. So I take negative out. Now then I see 2 plus or minus root 3. Then it's good because both cases is defined for log. So 2x is equal to log a negative I, right, plus log 2 plus minus root 3. Well, negative I is what? Negative I is e to the negative half pi, right? So this is negative half pi. Oh, yeah, plus or minus root 3. So my x is found. Divided by 2I, so it's negative quarter pi I. Divided by I, which is multiplied by negative I, so equal to negative 2I. Yeah, 2 plus. Yeah, both cases are defined for log. That's good. Then if you want a general solution, plus 2k pi. Yeah, k is a whole number, including 0. So this is my solution by method 1. It's good. This is method 1. Now method 2. Method 2, while I'm using this has been done. So sine 2x is equal to negative 2, which means that 2I here, e to the 2x, 2xi minus e to the negative 2xi is equal to negative 2. Yeah. Well, which means e to the 2xi minus e to the negative 2xi is equal to 4i, negative 4i. Then I multiply both sides by e to the 2xi, which means that e to the 2xi square plus 4i e to the 2xi minus 1 equal to 0. Both sides multiply by e to the positive 2xi. So then by quadratic formula we can find that 2x is equal to 2 minus 4i plus or minus b squared, which is a 16, minus 4 becomes plus 4. Yeah, so this one is equal to 2 minus 4i plus or minus 12. 12 is 2 times the root 3. So it is equal to minus 2 plus root 3i minus I here. Okay. Well, then I do the same trick. So this is e to 2xi. I take a negative out, right? Equal negative y. Then is a 2 plus or minus root 3. Yeah, that's better because 2xi is equal to log negative I 2 plus minus root 3. Okay, this is good for log. Now then, my x is equal to 2i log negative I is a log e to the negative half. That's log I plus log 2 plus root 3. Well, so this one is equal to negative quarter pi minus half I. Okay, this is my x. All right. Now, if you want a general solution, just just mod, just plus 2k pi k is equal to whole integer including 0 All right, this is the solution for the equation by method 2. Now method 3, the equation is sine x plus cosine x, x is equal to I. All right, now since sine x plus quarter pi is equal to sine x cosine quarter pi, which is 1 over root 2, plus sine quarter pi, right, times cosine x, which is equal to 1 over root 2, take out the common factor, plus cosine x. Right? So my sine x, cosine x equal to root 2 times this. Yeah. So that means sine x plus quarter pi is equal to, well, this is I, right? So I divided by root 2. So what is sine x plus I plus root 2? Now then, my cosine could be found. Cosine x plus quarter pi is equal to plus or minus 1. Minus this is square, right? This is square is negative 1 to 1 over 2. So this is plus or minus, yeah. Okay, good. So my e to the I x plus quarter pi is equal to cosine x plus quarter pi plus I sine x plus quarter pi. So this is equal to plus or minus this. I times this one is negative, right? So it's a negative 1 over root 2. Well, this is equal to root 2 plus or minus root 3 minus 1, isn't it? Now, I do something here is very strange. I take square root and then square this one and then square root. So this is become 2. This square is equal to what? 3 plus 1 plus or minus 2 root 3. Okay, this is equal to 4 plus or minus 2 root 3. Yeah, good. Now then this one is equal to 2 plus or minus root 3. Okay, good. All right, then my e and I x plus fourth a quarter pi is equal to log of this, right? Is equal to log 2 plus root 3. Wow, which is equal to 1/2 of a log of 2 plus. Well, this way is good because this is defined for log, both plus and minus. And therefore, x is equal to minus y divided by I, negative I. And a plus 2k pi. All right, this is done by method 3. Method 4. Now I know that I'm using this one, okay? This one, sine x plus quarter pi. Right? And the cosine x plus is equal to plus or minus. I can use any one of them. Say how about use cosine? Because last time we used sine. We last method 2 we use sine. Now I use cosine. Cosine it is equal to half, right? E to the x plus quarter pi I plus e to the negative x plus quarter pi I is equal to plus or minus. Yeah. Well, which means that e to the x plus quarter pi I minus e to the plus, sorry, x plus quarter pi I negative is equal to plus or minus root 6, isn't it? Yeah. So I have equation. I multiply both sides multiply by this x plus quarter pi I. I multiply this both to the both sides, so I get e to the x plus quarter pi I square plus or minus root 6 e to the x3 pi plus 1 equal to 0. Yeah, good. So now by quadratic formula, so e to the x plus quarter pi I is equal to 2. Uh, this is still plus or minus root 6 minus this is square is 6 minus 4. So this is equal to 2 plus or minus 3 minus no 6 minus root 2. Yeah. Okay. Divided by the negative 2, right? So this is equal to root 2 plus or minus root 3 minus 1. Very good. Now, this is the same as Well, same situation as in what? Well, I forget where I couldn't find it, but anyhow, I do it again. This one, I do this one again. So this one is equal to square root. Squaring inside, right? This is 2. This square is equal to 4 plus or minus 2 root 3. So this is equal to square root 2 plus or minus root 3. Yeah. Very good. Now, then, while it's almost finished, then let's see I can find this one. So x plus this is equal to log, which is equal to half. Right? Log 2 plus minus 3. Now this way is good because both cases are defined for log. Okay? Then x, no, x is equal to negative 1/4. Divided by I is multiplied by negative I. Well, yeah, that's a particular solution and plus 2k pi. All right, so we find the same answer by method 4. Well, I think these are good methods. So, thank you.